freaking go, Chiefs Kingdom. Are you kidding me? Patrick Mahomes said, Carter, F your video from last week. No Carson Wentz. I'm playing in this freaking game. And guess what happens? The Chiefs take care of business. And I have one spicy comment at the end of this video, but I need your comments down below. What do you think of the Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt carry share? Because now Hunt is out playing. And don't get it twisted, Pacheco is still a really good back. Obviously, we get Mahomes right here working right now back to the left. No separation, but this is what Mahomes could do in a weird-ish pocket. Throws that football to Nuke, and he gets nuked. I mean, that is a huge hit, and he's still able to come down with it. We get to this 3rd and Blue Hills, and what the heck is this, Patrick Mahomes? You were supposed to have a bum ankle, and what do? Well, you roll out to the right side. You don't like anything there. Travis Kelce showing off some really freaking good blocking chops versus one of the best young pass rushers. That's some good stuff. But Mahomes, on this bad ankle, he is outrunning elite athletes right here. He almost picks up the first down, and he makes this a manageable 4th. Really, really, really good stuff. One thing I really like from Pat, I don't know if this was intentional or not, I love the fact that right when he started landing, he flung his legs up in the air so they wouldn't get folded underneath the tackler. Love it. Alrighty, 4th and 2, and it was good seeing Hollywood Brown back. Man, you know you're a good play caller when 3 different things open up, okay? Deep over to Xavier Worthy is there. Now, I can't see where this deep safety is. Then, this shallow drag to Hollywood is also there. That's where Mahomes actually throws this football, and he throws it with perfect pace and gets it right into Hollywood Brown. And then he also has Travis Kelce wide open for an easy first down. Man, it's so good. I mean, could you imagine the numbers this guy could have put up this season? What a freaking throw and a really good catch. 2nd and 8. Look, this is part of the issue if you want to play far back versus the Chiefs. I don't think you could beat them playing just simple quarters, or right here it looks like this is cover 6, cover 2 over here, cover 4 over here. Is number 1, they don't really have the guys that can run past you outside of Xavier Worthy. And number 2, Mahomes is just too good at running and throwing underneath anyway. And that's exactly what happens. Everybody's just so far back into their zones. And you'll see that Mahomes is looking hard to the left. And guess what? All these zone defenders run over here to the left. It opens up all this space for Patrick to run through. And guess what? He gets through there. Now, the most impressive thing about this play is the protection. The protection was really good on this opening drive, right? Tooney, a left guard, playing left tackle. Really good stuff. Trey Smith, kind of a victim of a bull rush here, but Mahomes helps him out. He's able to stay on his feet somehow, some way. I mean, look at this. All right, you know you got a big hand when you're just swinging this ball down. Almost hits the ground, which would have been a sack. But look at freaking this. It is unfreaking believable what this guy could do with the football in his hands. And, man, this is very impressive. A little box out action right here from Juju Smith-Schuster, and it is a tutty. Look at that, baby. By far, my most drafted player in fantasy in the preseason was freaking Hollywood Brown. And this, honestly, is just really good stacking from the Chiefs. They do this better on 3rd down in particular. It's just so hard to sort out all your assignments. And Xavier Worthy does a good job creating a ton of traffic as the vertical corner can't work over the top of this corner route right here from Hollywood. And Mahomes always does a really good job, even, and this is wide open. He does a really good job getting in his throwing motion before it becomes wide open. All right. So, yes, easy throw and a really good catch right here from Hollywood. Okay. Good stuff. And, you know, as these two grow in actual game reps together, it's going to get even better. 2nd and 9, obviously, just a little quick out right here. Very simple stuff. If the corner is bailing out, you just want to throw these quick outs all day, every day. Hollywood makes the catch and picks up a nice gain. Here, 1st and 10 in the extended red zone. And this has just been so frustrating if you're Kansas City Chiefs supporter. So you have a corner blitzer, and you have Justin Watson, obviously, versus a flat-footed safety. He's running a little bit of a double move, so he acts like he's running an in-breaker, but it's actually just a vertical. Obviously, this safety is, coming down hard right here on Noah Gray. So Mahomes knows that everybody is just man-to-man. And look at this. I mean, this honestly is really good stuff from Mahomes. You can see starts off looking left. He knows he has a vertical right here versus a safety sitting heavy on the sticks. And the ball is really well thrown. And Watson's just got to catch that. I mean, obviously, this led him a little too far. Maybe this ball could have been thrown with a little bit more loft on it. But honestly, you still need to grab that as an NFL. There's another one on Hollywood Brown. Man, this is just not playing a lot of football, okay? God, this is just really sexy stuff. So you just saw the little quick out right here. Now it's an out and up. All right, the vertical from this corner draws Derek Stingley, and guess what? It's wide open. And once again, could this have been lofted a little bit smoother to make this an easier catch? Maybe so. But look, I just think Marquise honestly left his feet just a little too early right here. Look, we'll slow it down as well. And let's see. Yeah, I mean, if you're Mahomes, you're thinking on this out and up that he's still going to be working vertically. See, he just kind of stops. If you keep running, you're catching this and running this in. Here we go, the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. Double A gap blitz look right here, and obviously they back out, all right? Gray does a good job, and this is by design that this was always going to be a little rollout. Gray does a good job of sealing this defensive end, so Mahomes has contained broken pretty easily. And even though there's only two routes to this side, well, actually a leaking running back as well, he's trusting Travis Kelce to find that open spot. And once again, just look at the anticipation Mahomes throws with, and he knows Kelce's going to come right back here and just sit. That's just excellent stuff to move the chains. 3rd and 6, and man, Travis. All right, so 3rd and 6, and holy crap, Xavier Worthy. I'm telling you, his rookie season's been really good to me. You have the traffic Derek Stingley has to deal with here with DeAndre Hopkins, and Worthy is able to use that, work this out, and this throw has to be perfect, and it honestly is really good, right? Hit him in the upfield shoulder so he could turn upfield. Derek Stingley is not known for his tackling. God, it's a really good turn right there from Worthy. You want to know why Creed Humphrey is a potential gold jacket later in his career? Look at what he's doing to this DT, just washing him upfield, kicking him out of the club. And Kareem Hunt is running so good right now, scores right up the gut. Yeah, so when you play man coverage, right, Ohio State did this versus Tennessee. These wheels and all kinds of leaks out of the backfield just become that much tougher to guard, right? It's also one of those things where you just kind of forget about the running back out of the backfield. And obviously, P. Ryan has been a very profitable receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs out of the backfield this year. And look at all these free, easy, explosive yards you're able to pick up. Good stuff. 3rd and 12, and man, I would have loved to have seen a jump ball. Two of my favorite players right here, Travis Kelce going up against LSU icon Derek Stingley. All right, I would have loved to have seen this actually thrown, but Mahomes throws this in-breaker here to Juju Smith-Schuster, and, well, we know the Chiefs wide receivers are not known for separating, but a 50-50 ball here would have been really fun. 3rd and 10, this is going to be what Chiefs offensive tackles are going to face. Now, Tooney has done a really good job at left tackle, even though he's a guard. But where teams have had success versus Taylor are these really delayed swipes, right? We saw Caleb Von Chason, another LSU Tiger, do this, and now we see Daniil Hunter, another LSU Tiger, do this versus Hunter, and there's just a lot of pressure. Mahomes actually sees the right matchup. DB just makes a really good play on this ball, and, well, it's time to punt. All right, let's get to this 4th and 1. Man, they handed it off to Pacheco. He got stuffed on 3rd and 1. You try it again on 4th and 1, and you get stuffed again. Okay, I mean, look at this. This is really good stuff. A backer going up against a guy way heavier. Take a look at how he just jacks this interior lineman up. Watch this. Boom. Okay, Trey Smith, who's a very powerful player. Man, that's just nasty physical play. play right there from the Texans. All right, have you ever heard the term throwing a guy open? Well, this is kind of sort of that, but I like to consider this throwing a guy into a broken tackle. All right, it's one thing to fake this throw into the flat to Travis Kelce. It's another thing, though, to see that this overhang defender is starting to step this way, and if you throw with some anticipation, there's no way you could play both, okay? So look, Patrick is actually throwing the football directly to him had he just sat right here, but because Travis Kelce in the flat was just holding this defender, look at where this ball is placed. Bang! Hits him. I mean, you couldn't have thrown it any better. Now, what do I mean by throwing a guy through a broken tackle? I want you to see this from Xavier Worthy. This isn't some kind of great move to run past this safety at all. But because the ball is thrown with such perfect velocity and anticipation, Worthy is able to catch this with so much speed that the safety can't adjust to it. And you'll see Worthy is just embracing for the hit. This is a broken tackle in name only, right? He's able to run through this tackle just because of the momentum of the throw. And, your average quarterback is only picking up, 10 yards there. Mahomes gives you an extra 10. Really good stuff. Man, this is just gross. It really is gross. So they have been showing a lot of just sweep little handoffs to the right. Now you're running a little option with the lead blocker here to the left with one of the fastest players in the history of pro football. It really is gross stuff, even though it's not for a lot of yards. Okay? You would like to see Worthy get through there, but man, it's just so much side-to-side movement that you force the defense to go through. And now this Texans defense is tired. All Mahomes is doing is reading the leverage, okay? So you run a clear out here and out to the left here, and it's just so hard to get over the top of this out, right? The corner would need to be right over here. If that's the case, then the vertical is open unless this safety is over here, okay? And Mahomes sees it, leads Xavier Worthy wide the frick open, and the throw doesn't have to be perfect if you're this open. Good stuff. Alrighty, Chiefs Kingdom, we have reached the fourth quarter. Once again, every Monday, we drop a new Chiefs film study. I kind of want to do it throughout, the end of time. I really love watching this team play. And look at this from Patrick Mahomes, playing with some good anticipation. Once again, it's that trips bunch. He throws to the underneath guy. And I want you to see this from DeAndre Hopkins. He gets the football here, and he gets vertical quickly. All right, he has to do some work here, spin move to make this guy commit, and then duck down to miss that tackle and get the first down. Nasty. 2nd and 10, one of the better plays to run versus a double mug look is just a quick little flare, right? If it is straight mag, which means man everywhere he goes, that is such a tough ask for this backer to get through this, to get to the running back, okay? Good stuff right there from Mahomes, and you get the man who has just been so good in his second stint with Kansas City. And there you go. Now, we get to this 3rd and 2. And let's see what actually happens here. I'm trying to remember this play. Okay, once again, it's Creed Humphrey. I mean, that is such a good block. Right up there, right up the gut. You're able to pick up the first down. Okay, 2nd and 8. Andy Reid can only call up so many plays. Sometimes you just need a guy to make a play, and that's exactly what happens here with DeAndre Hopkins. Okay, you're running all verts, basically, but it's not just all verts. You're trying to stop, stutter, do whatever to get some separation. Mahomes starts off looking to the right, works to the backside. He is trusting DeAndre Hopkins on this back shoulder. Look at the ball location, but look at the catch right here. First down. Ridiculous. A 3rd and 5. Weird play here. Chiefs obviously up by 9. Touchdown just means so much more than a field goal, but a field goal does make it an 8-point game. All right. Nothing is open here. Now, we do roll out to the right side, and guess what? If you take a look at this play and how it actually develops, you'll see that they're trying to communicate these things. So Ford decides to run with the shallow drag all the way to the opposite side. But what happens here is he leaves Travis Kelce here to the backside, wide open, and Mahomes sees it. The problem here is while this would have just been a walk-in touchdown for Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy runs through it. Now, once again, this wasn't the best job by Travis Kelce redirecting to this ball, but you just kind of get unlucky on the scramble drill that Worthy just kind of runs into this. He still should catch this. It's a difficult catch, but that ends the game. Here we go. 2nd and 8. It is still an 8-point game. There is roughly 4-ish minutes left to go, and they just spam the Texans with these quick RPO. All right, if you like your numbers out here, just throw it quick. It's essentially a run play, and you pick up a nice gain here to make it 3rd and medium. And the benefit of this is, number one, you're stretching this defense right to left. Number 2, it's a high percentage throw. And number 3, it still burns the clock. All right, and time isn't as important in these situations. We tend to overrate that, but that is just an extra added bonus. And, man, this is so sexy. It really, really, really is. And, man, it's just everything that Andy Reid does is just so many fakes and so many different things you have to process. So, obviously, P. Ryan is a dangerous receiver out of the backfield, but you're always more worried about the running back on flares. This time, though, you cross face as if you could potentially be pass protecting, but you're actually running through the play side A gap to run into the flats. All right. It is so difficult in man coverage to sift through all this traffic. Okay. So he falls down, and that opens up even more yards for P. Ryan to eat up. Now, what do we make of this Chiefs victory? Well, first off, Joe Thuney has been a revelation at left tackle, okay? It's really been good, and the benefit of having him at left tackle is he gets a lighter matchup than he's used to. A defensive end, obviously Danielle Hunter is more of a rusher. He does a bad job right here turning himself kind of out of this play, and that opens up this huge hole right here. Good job by this play side double team right here. Okay, DT decides to shift into the opposite gap, and this is a good job climbing right here. Honestly, this is bad run fitting from Houston that obviously helped out, and that ends this game. Y'all, it seems, and I've made this point plenty of times, every Chiefs game is the same, right? Every single one of them. It's 19-17, 24-20, these types of games where they are always seemingly in control, even if they are losing, right? Texans jumped out to a lead in this game. But with the way the Chiefs defense is playing and how good the play calling is offensively, yeah, it's not the Mike Martz greatest show on turf offense like we potentially theorized in game number 1. But to me, even though the numbers don't bear it out, and most would say it's the Ravens, this is still, to me, one of the best, if not the best offense in the NFL. And honestly, the way the Chiefs play every game, it's how playoff games are actually played. Playoff games are not 38-30. Playoff games aren't ugly, like 9-7 kind of games. It's always 24-21, kind of these types of scores. So, yeah, the Chiefs, once again, they win a lot of close one-possession games. But that's how games are in the playoffs, and that's why they are always seemingly the team in the playoffs, and that's why they're more than likely going to be the number 1 overall seed. Now, you guys know I love the NFL. I hate the Saturday NFL games. Leave Saturday for college football, but I understand doing this so you can have the guys rested up for Christmas Day games. So we hope you check out some of these other videos. If you don't click them, you're getting cold for Christmas. Comment below. Give me your honest thoughts on if Hollywood Brown can be a real big-time player for this Chiefs offense. It is PHL or PHN. Let's go. And tonight, we're doing ribs.